Good afternoon and welcome to A Bolt of Lightning, a webinar focusing on disability awareness for media professionals in Mississippi. Closed captioning is available for this webinar. To see live captions, go to www.captionstext.com. Follow the directions to type in the confirmation number 1640261 and then enter. It will ask for your name and organization. A Bolt of Lightning is presented by the Institute for Disability Studies. Located for more than 30 years at the University of Southern Mississippi, IDS is Mississippi's University Center for Excellence in Developmental Disabilities, Research, Education, and Service, and is one of 67 UCEDs located across the United States. The funding for A Bolt of Lightning was provided by a Gannett Foundation Community Action Grant through the involvement of their local newspaper affiliate, the Clarion Ledger. I'm Alma Ellis, a project coordinator with the Jackson office of the Institute for Disability Studies, and I'll be your webinar leader this afternoon. We're being joined by Dr. Glenn White, the director of the Research and Training Center on Independent Living, IDS's counterpart at the University of Kansas. RTCIL has been a leader in the area of media awareness, writing, reporting, and language use for people with disabilities through their guidelines for reporting and writing about people with disabilities. And Dr. White will share information with us about their work. Rich Baker, IDS's Executive Assistant for Technology Support, will also join us to provide information on creating accessible web pages. So let's get started. You've all heard the old proverb that says one picture is worth 1,000 words, but as media professionals, all of you know that words and combinations of words can conjure up many pictures. Mark Twain said the difference between the right word and the almost is the difference between lightning and the lightning bug. We're going to go quickly now through some slides of words. The words you just read are sticks and stone words used completely for their shock value. These slang words for disabilities are clearly not the right words. Pearl Strahan Hurd, a British politician in the 1930s, likened words to bombs. She said, "Handle them carefully, for words have more power than atom bombs." Buddha said, and Buddha was a wise man, words have the power to destroy or heal. When words are true and kind, they can change the world. As media professionals, you, like Twain, know the power of words, and your choice of words is crucial. The public is going to read the words you write, hear the words you say, take every word as the gospel truth, and then repeat your word choices to others. In our state, you have the power of the press, the power of the airwaves, the power to form attitudes. The words you use generate opinions and shape perception. So just what do people with disabilities want? People with disabilities simply want the media to use accurate words to describe them. The facts. The facts are your business, right? And the fact is, people with disabilities are sisters, brothers, parents, husbands and wives, children, families, friends, neighbors, co-workers, students. Just like everyone, they want to live independently and take part in everything their communities have to offer. People with disabilities also want their disabilities to be accurately related to them rather than defining them. A person with a developmental disability, a person who has autism, a person who uses a wheelchair. Who wants to say she's bound to the wheelchair that actually allows her to be mobile? Who wants to be called the disabled, mentally retarded, handicapped? A handicap is a disadvantage, and the true meanings of disability and handicap are really not interchangeable. So what is the definition of a disability? According to the Americans with Disabilities Act, a disability is defined in respect to individuals who have a physical or mental impairment that substantially limits one or more of the major life activities. Disabilities are a fact of life, but they don't negate life. Mississippi has one of the highest percentage rates of people with disabilities per population in the nation. Almost 1 in 4 Mississippians, and that's 23.6%, has a disability according to the 2000 census. Here are some facts. A map from the CDC's Behavioral Risk Factor Surveillance Systems that shows the prevalence of disabilities nationwide. And some more facts. Here's a Census Bureau map with county-level information on disabilities for people ages 21 to 64 in the state. And here's the 2008 Disability Status Report for Mississippi produced by Cornell University's Rehabilitation Research and Training Center reports the prevalence of any disability for Mississippians of all ages at 16.7%, which means 442,550 of the state's estimated 2.6 million people. This compares to the nation's 12.1%. These links and more are included on the resource page for this webinar. In Mississippi, people with disabilities, like people without disabilities, are affected by employment, income, poverty, education, health care, long-term care, Medicaid, housing, policies, planning, legislation, laws, even hurricanes. So you're going to be writing and reporting about people with disabilities regularly. Kathy Snow, the Colorado parent of an adult son with a disability, an advocate and a speaker and writer, uses a bowl of apples for her logo. The Disability is Natural logo features 4 red apples and 1 green apple. Kathy says her logo has 2 meanings. First, 1 in 5 Americans is an individual with a disability. Second, red apples and green apples are really more alike than they are different. Kathy, like many people, believes people with disabilities are more like people without disabilities than they are different. So we really aren't talking apples and oranges here. And Kathy, like many disability advocates, promote People First language. To explain, People First language is a way of writing or speaking about people with disabilities that's easy for everyone to remember. People First language always puts the person, not the disability, first. People First language, also sometimes called Person First, has been adopted by organizations representing people with disabilities from around the world. Using People First language, you would never say or write the handicapped or the disabled or that old Southern standby that your great aunts always said in a whisper, the afflicted. Instead, use an individual with a disability, people with disabilities. He has autism. Rather than writing or saying confined to a wheelchair or wheelchair bound, writers say they use wheelchairs. That's the objective truth, isn't it? In addition to putting people first, update your language to be more accurate. Don't write or say mentally retarded. Instead, use cognitive disability or intellectual disability. For example, she has an intellectual disability. Traffic reporters always use the term disabled car. Remember, a disabled car is non-functioning, broken. Do you want to imply that people with disabilities are broken, non-functioning people? People First language is being used in Mississippi. Many of you already use it. It's simply a better way to write and report about people with disabilities. Articles and news segments using People First language can be spot on. Here's a pull-out line featured in a front-page story on a teen with that was correctly reported. Note the students with disabilities. But there have also been these jarring headlines in a couple of newspapers. Disabled housing program available now. Oops, is this a broken housing program? It should have read homebuyer program for people with disabilities available. Here's another headline. Program helps disabled Mississippians purchase homes. We routinely see headlines with disabled used as an adjective. This would have worked better as program helps Mississippians with disabilities purchase homes.